Welcome back finally to Movie Time with the Boys, the podcast where we just hope everybody has a nice time. And would you look at that, there's another boy here.
Woohoo!
Joseph, please inform both our listeners who you are and where you're from and what you do.
I'm Joe, I'm from the Forest of Dean in the UK, and when I'm not recording a podcast, I'm managing a cinema.
John, do you like that we have halved our listener audience by adding Joe as a host?
I'm still going to listen. If anything, I'm going to listen more.
It's still going to be 3 people listening, us 3.
As usual, John returns as co-host. John, how have you been?
I don't think you can ask me that.
We've been absent for close to a year now. Lots has happened in that time, and I'm not going to bore you with the details. Suffice to say, we are back. We aren't going to promise new seasons and new episodes constantly because we've proven time and time and again that we just can't keep up with those promises. So we're going to do this when possible. It's good to have Joe in the fold, and yeah, welcome back. All right, Joe, before we get into this, I want to talk to you about working in a movie theater. And what is your threshold for the general public and their inability to sit and watch a movie quietly? Because I want to get into it, and the situation I had watching this movie was unbearable.
I think we're quite lucky where we are. We're a small independent cinema, and we get a very sort of small, loyal sort of audience, and they're all very respectful usually. So I think I'm quite lucky. But if I go anywhere else, not keen.
So I love to be in a theater, but if it's anything but the VIP, then you just get surrounded by people on their phones and stuff. This is going to be a grumpy old man complaining in this podcast. But when me and John went to see this, we got VIP, and it was like these nice reclining seats, and then we were all set up ready to go. These kids came in talking behind us like, oh, that might be an issue. And then just as the movie's about to start, these 2 guys come and sit next to us to our left, and this kid just won't stop sniffing the entire movie. He's like,
cocaine.
I don't know, but he wouldn't stop. And I was looking at my phone today at my notes, and I still have the message that I typed to show to John. I was like, is this guy going to sniff through the whole fucking movie? So
you typed that message in the cinema, did you?
I did, yeah.
Unbelievable.
This episode, we're going to be diving into Kane Parsons' long time in the making liminal space adventure creep show, Backrooms. It features Chiwetel Ejiofor as Clark, Renata Renesev as Mary, Mark Duplass as Phil, Finn Bennett as Bobby, Lakita Maxwell as Kat, and Robert Bobrovsky as Pirate Clark, who is terrifying. And John, I'm not sure if you realize this, but I only realized when I was looking at IMDb earlier, that guy who plays Pirate Clark, which I thought was CGI, by the way, is the monster from Alien Romulus.
Yep, the good old giant guy that he is.
He's terrifying. Yeah, the big basketball guy.
I mean, he's not terrifying. He seems like a nice dude. He just dresses up as monsters all the time.
Yeah, he's a pretty scary looking dude, though.
Good hobby to have.
Yeah, monster boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Actually, his face, he does look a bit like a thumb, doesn't he?
He does look scary, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason to how we're going to approach this. We're just going to chat about it, our favorite scenes, favorite acting moments, what stood out to us, what we liked, what we didn't like. But initial thoughts, John, let's start with you. What did you think of Backrooms?
I didn't know too much. I know it was based on like internet stories and lore and backlore and all the bullshit that goes on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know too much going into it. I just knew that it was like liminal space and a little bit spooky. From watching it, I presume we can just say fucking spoilers from here on out because it's a podcast about films.
Yeah, there will be spoilers from here on out.
Thanks, Luke.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Very good use. Like, there's, don't get me wrong, there's not much story or anything like that, but the story is more about being inside these back rooms and the freakiness of it and portraying that. I thought it was very good. Yeah, just it's a good freaky ride. It's the best way to describe it.
Joe, what did you think of Backrooms?
So I saw Backrooms in my local cinema, just sort of 5 minutes up the road. It was a Sunday night at 8:30, and they were showing it in the main room. And I'm like, okay, this is great. Horror on a Sunday night in the main room, and it was actually pretty busy. I kind of went in not really knowing a lot about it, but I'm hearing Obsession, Backrooms, it's dominating. These small films are getting like loads and loads of like butts in seats, so I had to sort of see what it was about. And yeah, I really loved it. I wouldn't say it was like a 5-star banger, but there were bits of it I really enjoyed, and it kind of left me at the end really pondering it, and it really sort of stuck with me for a while after.
That's a good summary. Yeah, so I kind of loved it. I think I got out the theater and I turned to John and was like, I think it was really good. I was a little in a weird space with it because not a lot actually happens in the one space. It's just a decent horror movie, which seemed super original, which is pretty rare these days. It was shot here in Vancouver as well, and I know people who worked on the movie in our local theater over here. They had was it the director John who was doing a Q&A and stuff?
No, I think it was like a visual effects artist or something like that.
So we didn't go to that. We missed that.
We didn't go to this thing that would have helped us.
But no, I thought it was fantastic. I thought the set design just kept kind of blowing my mind. Like, where do you find a space that big? I know they didn't find a huge warehouse. They kept having to like redress the same room, maybe.
They don't have an infinity room.
But the effort gone into those sets was crazy. I know it's pretty basic, like yellow rooms, but to do it like over and over and over again is an absolute project. Yeah, and I feel like before I went in, people were telling me, yeah, it's good, but it doesn't make sense. And I think that's almost the best thing about it, that it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's left it open for sequels in the future, which is a good and a bad thing. I'm not sure it needs it, to be honest. But I kind of liked that it didn't explain a lot. Yeah, that's my summary.
So directed by Kane Parsons. This is his first major film. Backrooms is a like internet story that was kind of found in 2019, originally on 4chan, which is obviously a terrible place, but moved on to many, many other things. Kind of like in the world of SCPs, and I know I spoke to Luke about SCPs and all these kinds of things. They're similar but different, where people come together as a collective and like make stories online about these things. And Backrooms is one of those, where it's a liminal space, kind of empty office buildings with weird shit going on. From that, Kim Parsons made a YouTube series on Backrooms using Blender and like all of his other effects type things, which became like a viral hit. From what I've read, I may be wrong, but A24 reached out to him to say we'd like to make a movie around these, like in 2022, around that kind of time. COVID, etc., all the fun stuff got in the way, but then they picked it back up with him directing. I think he was 19 and 20 while directing this film, which is insane. But
I just got to interject real quick, guys. What were we doing at 19 and 20?
I can't answer that legally.
I think Joe already has a long video on his YouTube explaining what we were doing. But yeah, we were creating fucking art to a degree.
I mean,
well, we were. It's a different type.
It's an incredible achievement. I mean, I was seeing a lot of stuff online saying, "Oh, it was ghost directed. He didn't even do it." You know, and it's like it's an incredible.
People so jealous, man.
Exactly.
He's clearly got the chops. If you look at all of his other previous stuff he's done online, it's incredible. If you watch any interview with him, he's well known. I think it was... Sorry, Luke, what's the main guy's name again? I forgot. The actor.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Perfect. So he was doing the rounds for this, and one of the terrible outlets were like, "Oh, Kane Parsons is only 1920, and you're, pushing, you're in your 40s now, and etc., late 40s. How did you two kind of connect?" And he's he kind of shot him down, which is great. He's like, yeah, like obviously going into this, I was told it was a young director, which I had thoughts about going in, but then after my first meeting with him, he understood everything. He explained everything to me. I never thought about him being young again. He was just a great director. So I was like, nice, thank you for shooting that down because it's a weird thing to go in and just people say, oh, your director's young. Just can grow up. If someone's good at something, let them be good at something. Don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, agreed.
It's interesting to see how he created this story around sort of people closer maybe to our age, and obviously is that how they see us? Like we kind of these like saddos sitting in our apartments, like drinking whiskey.
Oh my god, we are. No, I think I've seen those videos you were talking about, John, and it's insane how little room young people are allowed, not just Hollywood, like in the creative field to show their work. And it has to go through a panel of older dudes to pass as like worthy, I guess. Anyway, hopefully we're moving away from that. Yeah. It seems to be moving in the right direction with what's his name from Obsession as well. He's a young lad, isn't he?
I'm desperate to see that.
Oh man, it's good. We'll do an episode of that.
I haven't seen it yet, so
holy shit, it's a ride. Joe, I know you haven't seen it for 3 weeks, but do you have any standout scenes in your head, standout performances? What's your thoughts?
I think for me, I went in completely blind, and that sort of first scene, I don't know if it was, to me, I was going, I wonder if that's original footage from the original or if they've recreated it. But just starting you off in that sort of handheld kind of going around and starting with that big kind of jump scare, I was then like on edge then for the for the first kind of, it was really, really strong start.
Was that first scene, was that no, it wasn't, was it? Who was that on the camera? Was that just a random person?
Yeah, they were all in like hazmat suits and stuff, weren't they? I think it was
it was part of Async when it wasn't Duplass himself, it was just a member of Async.
Right. I thought it might have been what's his name? Bobby, but then I realized he gets dragged into that event, so it wasn't him. I thought it was like a flash forward and then
gotcha.
Yeah, but no, never mind. I didn't see the hazmat suits. I completely missed that at the start, so that makes sense. I don't know. I was listening to the guy sniffing next to me.
You were writing a message on your phone at that point.
Yeah. God. Shouting at clouds at that point. Jesus.
John, how about you? What's like stand out for you in this?
The standout scene is probably when Clark is fully nuts. She goes in and like he kidnaps her and like straps her to the chair in the kitchen, because that's A, it's terrifying. B, it shows how nuts Clark has gone. And 3, I just loved it. It was a good culmination. The film where everything came together. Boom, done. It showed like it was again the explanation of Backrooms, which I think they did perfectly throughout the film, where they describe it as asking someone to draw a dog that's never seen a dog before after you've described it to him. I think that's a fantastic way of describing how the Backrooms work. Like that scene, they showed it because it was because there was a big like psychological thing to it all of how they're all quote unquote lost, and they're going in circles and loops. Like that was a big theme of the movie. The weird woman there might have been a representation of his ex-wife, that he's been angry at the whole time, because you can see that when angry Clark comes in, she pegs it. It was great. And then like the acting from the lady, I'm so bad with the names again.
It's pronounced Renata, apparently.
Renata, perfect. She was great. Like she was that whole scene of her starting off calm, and then when she just bites and explains to Clark why he's a dick, it was perfectly well acted. And then as soon as Pirate Clark comes in and bites him, you're just like, oh fuck, this is bad. this sucks. Like this was bad, but now it sucks even more. So I think it was tense. It was a great build up. It was terrifying, and it was a good representation of it all. That was so that was my favorite. Thank you. Bye.
What era are we thinking? Like, what decade is this setting? Because it felt 90s. Very 90s to me.
Yeah, it's on one of the on one of the fan footage, but it says like September 1990 or something like that on it.
Ah,
how are you picking out all these little details that I missed? Listen to the sniffer next to me.
I didn't pick that up, and I was looking at it. I was thinking it was almost a bit more modern, because it was this guy is working in this furniture shop, and I don't know. I mean, in the UK, you go into like DFS, and there's like 4 people who haven't seen sunlight in like 10 years, and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm going to sell you a sofa," and it's like these desperate people working in this like forgotten kind of thing,
Furniture vampires.
Yeah, and it's like, so I kind of saw him. He was going into this store and trying to make these videos and trying to kind of be relevant, but it was kind of like a dying almost like a dying industry, and that kind of linked into the whole this Backrooms, like it was sort of finishing, and it was like, this is why the end kind of really stuck with me, and I don't know if you want me to talk about that now or save it. Like the end really stuck with me because it was just this, all the way through you had this, she was remembering her mother and her mother's house, and he was kind of in this furniture shop, this dying industry, and then the film kind of started to lose me when they had that dinner scene, and I was like, oh, it's kind of losing me a little bit, but then that final sort of shot of just the woman kind of in the back rooms, and I was thinking, like, it's the back rooms, it's almost, it's the past kind of, as it's just being forgotten, like layer upon layer, the past is being forgotten, and these people are all going to be forgotten, and what's left of them is this jumbled memory of this was me anyway, driving home from the cinema, just like, oh my god, like just having a midlife crisis, like I'm going to be forgotten.
It's pretty bleak though. It's pretty bleak, isn't it?
Yeah, the ending, it was great because, like, nothing is explained, but it also leaves it open, and it was super fucking cool, and it like makes you think about it, like as Joe was leaving and worried for his own life that no one will remember him. But I think it was a good representation at the end for me, because where it cuts to from Mark Duplass and such doing the interview, and her realizing that she's never going to leave this place, then cuts to a Backrooms version of that interview with her, like with the double eyes and stuff. I thought it was super cool, just because she's not fucking leaving, shit's over. Sorry, I keep doing A and 2. It's my favorite thing to do. But yet again, it shows you another visual representation of how the Backrooms are like created, but so it's remade that room from memory, but poorly, just like how you would describe a dog to someone and ask them to draw it, type thing. It was a cool representation, showing that it's constantly expanding, never ending, and fucking terrifying.
I have a question for you guys. Did you notice towards the beginning of the movie there was like the sunny sky and everything, and it seemed very fake? Did you get that impression? Did you ever see that movie with Robin Williams, Toys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like years and years and years ago in the 90s. And it was like, it was all inside a massive warehouse, and it was like, I guess the Truman Show to some extent as well, but it's like, it's all like manufactured. It got me thinking, was where Clark was in the furniture shop at the beginning of the movie, and the therapist and everything, is that all part of a back room already? That's already like it's already like a different reality. Because it seemed like, I don't know why they changed the sky and made it overly nice, if that makes sense. I'm not explaining this very well, but I think you know what I mean.
I think this is the joy of this film.
Yeah. You can ask questions on it. I don't think the upside normal world was a back room. From whatever tiny research I did on Backrooms, it just seems it's more of a thing that, there is no sky, there are no windows, you don't see out, anything like that. Is the whole. I think it was just to show that the split difference between this is reality, this is fucking bright and beautiful, these dark rooms are stale and yellow and soggy carpets and weird stop signs and entities that are gonna eat you.
Yeah, I just didn't get calm and nice on the outside. It made me feel super uneasy. I don't know, it's like a weird manufactured reality.
Yeah, I get that. It was because it was also a lot of the outside was some of the therapist's memories and stuff as well, wasn't it? Which was because there was like weird representations of, you saw of that room being rebuilt as well in the Backrooms, which was kind of terrifying. And
that's what's great about this film, I guess, is it just it really does sit with you. It really does. You thinking about it, days, weeks later. I'm really excited to give it another watch now. Sort of seeing it once and then sort of, kind of just living in it a bit. I've been recommended to go down the rabbit hole and watch these YouTube videos. I kind of said I'm not sort of quite ready to lose like 12 hours of my life today, but have you guys seen any of them? Like, is it worth it?
I haven't seen any of it now.
I watched the first one last night.
Yeah.
And it's real good. It is found footage. It's got like a weird intro to it, which story based to a degree, like but very left open.
Yeah.
But it's just it's a great use of him honing his craft. You can see like it's all done in Blender and like with looks very much so the similar type thing, because I believe this movie is a continuation of it because it's all based in the same universe. But I'm probably going to keep watching them when I from time. I'm not going to binge it, the whole thing in a couple of days just because I like my
Let's
sanity.
go crazy.
But I think I'll watch a few more. They're pretty good. Like some of them last 10 minutes, some of them are 40 minutes or something along those lines. So yeah, it's again, it's not too much story to it, but like it shows inside of the back rooms, and it just shows weird entities and other bits and shits that live there.
Okay, so let's talk Pirate Clark. What was what did you expect that? Anyone?
No.
Cool. No, so I obviously didn't expect it. And honestly, when I saw it, it freaked me out even more because I didn't know what the hell it was. But then the more they showed his face, like any villain in any movie, it kind of lost its scariness for me.
Yeah.
But where he picks him up and bites him is just the weirdest. My stomach plummeted. I think I turned to John and I was like,
Yeah.
because it's so out of the blue. I thought it was great. Like at the start, I like how you don't see. Like, is it the same monster at the start, Pirate Clark? Is it him in there, or could be anything?
I'm unsure. I can't remember.
Yeah. I guess the way it does sort of tease it sort of through, you know. I think there was one scene where I think it's when he sends that guy down the tunnel into that next section, and then he's going around. I swear I saw a face in one of the piles, and I just kind of went, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it was just me or.
God, I realized that in a moment. What is it? It's like a poster or something that was up.
It's something that was represented in the real world, wasn't it? It was a replication of it, but I definitely saw that face as well and freaked me out.
Did such a good job of just keeping me like I was so tense. Like
yeah. I just wish directors would realize that the mystery of these monsters is way scarier than face
yeah
of a monster and kind of tease it a little longer. Like it would have been a really cool reveal had he kept it a little longer. I think kept him in the shadows a bit. That's just my personal preference, I guess.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because I guess if we didn't see it if we didn't see it at all, we'd be going, oh, nothing happened. But then they show it and it's like, oh, wish they hadn't showed
it. yeah exactly.
Like, I thought it was good use because like they kept him hidden for long enough for me. It made sense because you need to see what they're running away from, because it's not. I know it's a dark area, but it's still like bright in certain places. So you're going to see what is coming for you eventually. But yeah, I think it was good. The spookiness of him just walking around and all you can hear is the hum of the electric lights and the occasional noise in the background to freak you out. While also hearing the Voyager speak in lots of different languages to try and introduce you to. Well, it was async, wasn't it, doing that? So trying to bring entities out to.
Wait, what? What's async?
Did you watch the same film?
What's async?
Async are the hazmat science people.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
And they were leaving like their the cardboard cutouts with the voices, you know, to attract entities and clearly trap them, because when she knocked over the cardboard upstairs, like all the sleep gas or whatever went out, didn't it?
I didn't know what the cardboard cutouts were for. I didn't know they were trying to attract the entities. They never said that.
Well, because like they are, it seems like they're trying to bring people towards it because it's speaking, and then the one she did in the upstairs back room when she knocked her over, like all the smoke went off, didn't it? As if to capture something or
and then they captured Pirate Clark, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that makes a lot more sense now. Thanks.
Run you through the movie step by step.
Yeah, sometimes I just need my handheld and to be guided through these movies because I don't really know what's going on. I just enjoy them.
You're all good. I'm making fun of you, mate, for being a stupid dumb.
Do you think Clark was a bit of a dick?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Because in the trailer for the movie, I was like, I didn't watch many. I just watched one trailer for this, and Clark just seems like a nice guy in the trailer, but then when you watch the movie in his therapy session, you're like, this guy is a piece of shit.
Yeah. He's an angry man.
And this gets progressively worse. So I'm kind of glad he got eaten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we found a door into the back rooms, what are we doing in there? Because I know what I'm doing. I'm having a secret show in there. There's a lot of ceiling panels in there get smashed out. Pirate Clark just like crowd surfing.
If I got into the back rooms, I don't know. Build some bunk beds.
If I found a door that led into this other alternate reality and there was weird shit, like I poked my head in and saw a fucking backward stop sign and some chairs stuck together, I would set a fire and walk away. Fuck that noise.
Hop straight out, concrete the wall.
And John
no
survives.
chance. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No chance. Like, no way in hell would I walk deeper into this hellhole. No chance. The building would be on fire. I would walk away.
I think I definitely would be stupid enough to try and explore it. I remember when I was a kid, there was this little cave system by my house, and it was, I guess, from World War II or whatever, but it was, no one really knew it was there. It was in the middle of this field, and you go down and there was these stone arches, and I just started walking in there. My friend was like, it's going to collapse on you. What are you doing? But it was like tunnels, like going super far into these fields in the countryside. And I get myself in those stupid situations when I was a kid. So yeah, I probably, curiosity would get the better of me and I'd wander in there and get killed by Pirate Clark for sure. Joe, let's sum up Backrooms. Give me your quick thoughts and a rating for this movie and how much you enjoyed it. Go.
So for me, Backrooms was one that I really liked but didn't love. I thought it was creepy. I thought it kept me on the edge of my seat. It lost me a little bit in the middle, but it ended really strong and it kept me thinking about it for a long time. So I give it 8 empty whiskey bottles out of 10.
Nice. John, let's go over to you. What do you think of Backrooms?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very well done. It kept me going throughout. I know there's not like a major kind of story going throughout, but there's enough to cling on to keep you going. As I may have mentioned once or twice, I'm not a big horror fan, but this was more of the psychological side of it, which I dig, and I'm a big fan of like thriller and psychological and all those kind of fun stuff. So like this definitely kept me looped in because of those. Yeah, I thought it was really good, creepy, great direction, kept me going throughout. Loved the openness of the ending. I'm going to give it 7 therapy sessions out of 10.
Shit, you just fucking stole mine. God damn it. For me, it was a forgettable movie experience. Not for the movie, but for the people I was around in the movie theater. The movie was great. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very original, which is super hard to do these days in the horror realm. I thought the acting was great. I wish that Bobby and Kat were featured a little more, so we got to know them before they got wiped off the film. It was scary. I give it good scores for scares. The Clark scene where he bites him was just kind of freaking mind-blowing to me, and then into the Harry Potter staircase where he was chasing him. So overall, I would give this 8.5 Pirate Clark bites to the neck out of 10.
Nice.
So that is what we call a podcast. Thank you again for listening, all 3 of you. Thank you for coming along the ride. This year maybe, who knows? This time has been Backrooms. So thank you again for joining us. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Joe. And I'm going to throw over to Luke for our socials because I don't know them.
You can find us over on Instagram at Movie Time with the Boys, or you can email us if you have such a desire at movietimewiththeboysmail@gmail.com. Something new we're starting here on Movie Time with the Boys is to recommend something that we've enjoyed or something we're currently enjoying. So, John, I'm going to start with you. What would you like to recommend?
Something in a similar vein to Backrooms, something I've told Luke about many times over the last couple of years. It's a game. It's called Control. It's from Remedy. It's fantastic. It's weird and kind of like has SCPs and things like that in it. It's on sale every day of the week for around anywhere between £5 to $15 because I'm doing both because I'm smart. It's great. It's weird. It's one of my favorite games. I love Remedy. If you like Alan Wake, if you like weird shit like that, it's good. It's more of an action RPG / Metroidvania type thing, but it's very weird, very cool, and has weird items and kind of Backrooms feel to it. I definitely say go for that.
Joe, what do you got to recommend this week?
My first instinct was to just start gushing about the final season of The Bear, but seeing as I've only watched 7 out of the 8 episodes, I'm going to leave that one this time. And also I'll be here for about 12 hours talking about it. I'm going to recommend, in the similar vein to Backrooms, I watched a film called Hokum, which was a sort of a small kind of indie horror. It's kind of this writer, he goes to a small kind of hotel to sort of discover some stuff about his past, and it's really spooky, witches, creepy stuff. It's from Damien McCarthy, who did a film called Oddity a few years ago, which is also very creepy. But yeah, I would recommend that one.
Awesome. I want to recommend the podcast that we stole this section from. It's called Wimplash. It's hosted by Zach Grizzly and webinar friends from Swansea in South Wales. They've really hit the ground running with this podcast they're doing. They have a host, Webben, who hates horror movies and is terrified of everything, and they subject him to horror movies every week and have him watch them, and then they discuss it. But they're consistent. They're every Sunday, I believe, with a new episode. It's genuinely funny shit. So give it a listen. Even if you're not a horror movie fan, it's just funny to listen to them. Those guys are doing great things, and can't recommend their podcast Wimplash enough. So yeah. Joe, you just completed your first episode of Movie Time with the Boys as a host. What were your thoughts? Did you enjoy it? Are you going to come back?
Guys, I had fun, but I have to say, no, I'm not coming back. Sorry. No, that was great. Thanks for having me. I've genuinely been listening from the start. So to actually, come on, I've listened to it because I'm like, I want to talk about films, and so I listen to a lot of people talking about films. So to actually get to sit and talk with my friends about films is awesome. So yeah, let's do it more.
Hell yeah. Glad to have you aboard. Super fun.
Beauty.
Okay, so who knows when the next episode will be, but hopefully soon. We're not going to guarantee weekly, we're not going to guarantee monthly, but it will be less than a year. No, it should be in the next couple of weeks. We got a good amount of movies to watch right now, and I've seen a lot recently that we can jump in and discuss more. And welcome, Joe. It's great to have you. Thanks for being part of it. John, as usual, lovely to see you. And thank you, guys. See you on the next one. Bye!
Thanks all.